Headlines. Water being supplied adequately in Imphal areas with Chingkhaiching Water Reservoir becoming operational, says PhD Chief Engineer Sangraifao Vasumo. Civil society organizations of cookies reportedly enforce indefinite economic blockade along Asian Highway, National Highway 2 from today morning. Hello and welcome to ICB English News. I'm Surabala Kangabam. Let's see the news in detail. Chief Engineer of PhD Sangraifao Vasumo informed that with the Chingkhaiching Water Reservoir, which has 45 million litres per day capacity, commencing its operation, water supply in Imphal areas have been improved significantly. He was speaking to ISTV News on the developmental works taken up by PhD Manipur. He highlighted that the water reservoir was constructed at Chingkhaiching in Imphal East District at the cost of 188 crore and 64 lakh rupees, and it began its operation from February 2023. He said, with the treatment plant starting its function, water scarcity in most parts of Imphal have been addressed. When the Singda water treatment plant halted its operation owing to the Manipur conflict in 2023, Chingkhaiching Water Reservoir came to the rescue by supplying water to Imphal areas covered by Singda water treatment plant. Throughout the year, Chingkhaiching Reservoir faces no shortage of water since water is supplied to the reservoir from Taubal Dam, he said. The PhD Chief Engineer continued that Chingkhaiching Water Retreatment Project currently supplies water to reservoirs of Khurai, Porompat, Kumalampak, Sangakpham, Thangmaiban, North AOC, Old Assembly, Kashampat, Nepra Menjor, Sagolbant, Irompukri, Haubam Marak, Chingthamlekai, Kwakaithel, Sangay Pro, and Ghari. He then urged the citizens to approach the department if they have any issues regarding the quality and quantity of the water supply in their area, and also asked the customers to clear their bills on time.
Chingkhaiching city koina ising je atai jaga da turenda adum kangraso chigidi so far koi hogi basidadi koi to the maximum targa lebu koi adum throw to bungam koi meter pan base saturation to bra na koi je random check su chaleba mi sing je jaga khara di am responsive way jaga khara di khumning bra khumning da bra sing di phang bra hai ni phange hai ni message lak bra adu di khang di koi gi public gi response adum uniform di oi to consumption sin ya ma di smart meter family gi household gi pan ba si da gi nattaba atopa koi bulk meter haina bulk paraga payment to ya na adu gi arrangement ju tawrakane ba asi gi process e koi kan hotnari.
Civil society organizations of Kuki have reportedly enforced an indefinite economic blockade along the Asian Highway, National Highway 2 from 7 a.m. today in protests against the continued travel restrictions imposed on Kuki Zoo commuters between Kangpokpi and Churachandpur. The blockade was prominently enforced at Kangpokpi district headquarters, where womenfolk led and monitored the protest operations. Vehicular movement, particularly of goods carriers and supply trucks, was brought to a standstill with visible signs of the blockade affecting movement of essential commodities. As the blockade took effect, local women volunteers in Kangpokpi took charge of monitoring the highway, turning back transport vehicle carrying goods and fuel. Only emergency services and medical transport were reportedly being allowed through. The Federation of All Tribal Youth Club Manipur has appealed to the government to appoint a tribal IS for the position of Principal Chief Conservators of Forest, which is appointed by Tribal Affairs and Hills Department, Government of Manipur. During a press meet held at the Manipur Press Club today, several office bearers of Federation of All Tribal Youth Club Manipur were also present. Spokesperson of the Federation, Chipemla stated that although a memorandum was submitted to the governor of Manipur on July 22, demanding the appointment of a qualified tribal individual who understands tribal cultures and issues as the principal chief conservator of forest, the government has continued to ignore their appeal. She asserted that the federation wants the post to be filled by an officer who understands tribal issues and meaningfully engages with the community. She urges that a tribal IAS officer who is well versed in tribal knowledge and culture be appointed to the role instead.
Therefore, we urge the Honorable Governor to take immediate action and appoint a tribal IAS officer as the head of the Tribal Affairs and Hills Government of Manipur. We request prompt and sympathetic consideration of our demand in the interest of the tribal people of our state.
The family, along with JSC, has collected the lifeless body of late Maibam Ongbi Samita Devi from the morgue at Jenims for performing the final rites. She died after childbirth at Thoubal District Hospital on July 28, as the JSC and family alleged the attending doctor's negligence. K.H. Meratombi, the chairman of the JSC, stated that there has been no understanding reached with the government and the agitation will continue until justice is delivered. She said that the JSC has submitted a complaint to the police department and the relevant authorities have been approached. They also apprised the deputy commissioner for necessary actions to be taken against the responsible department after a thorough investigation. The JSC, the victim's family and the local public, after deliberating, claimed the body to perform the last rites of the deceased. She said that although they have claimed the body, they will not remain silent and urged the authority concerned for immediate release of the post-mortem report. She also called on the medical department to take action against the doctor involved if found guilty, but added that the issue must not be ignored or delayed.
Laugraba matungdasu makhatana akhoi akanbo khongjang changjallaga akhoi achumba wayendo akhoi poraknaba honajagani loina na akhoi government gi side tasu akhoi ngasi media gi mateng lauraga akhoi na haijari athuba matamda government na postmortem gi report ase puthoraktuna achumba wayellado phangnanaba honabiu leiriba medical department na su senariba doctor amadi staff sing ase akanba akhoi gi action lokhatana makhoi gi phangpham topa akhoi gi JSC na tanjagiba demand sing ado phangnabasu honagani aduga pidabasu yaroi.
Associate Professor Dr. Sobhana Laishram, head of the Department of English at GP Women's College, stated that one can become a good leader only when they are capable of maintaining discipline while effectively balancing personal and professional relationships. She made this remark during a workshop on developing leadership skills and discipline, jointly organized by the Department of English and the NCC unit of GP Women's College, DMU, held today at the Central Hall of GP Women's College. The program was graced by GP Women's College Principal Professor L. Rajan, Commanding Officer of the 65M Girls Battalion NCC Imphal, Colonel Patma Kumar, and Associate Professor Dr. Sobhana Laishram as the main dignitaries. Dr. Sobhana Laishram further emphasized that communication, emotional intelligence and decision-making components featured in the soft skills syllabus of NEP 2020 are essential traits that students must develop. She stated that students must become aware of these qualities and learn to nurture them, as doing so will enable them to become reliable individuals capable of handling challenges effectively. She also added that developing the skills will help students maintain a healthy balance between personal and professional relationships. This in turn fosters the kind of discipline necessary for becoming responsible and capable leaders in the future, she added.
Adaptability, emotional intelligence, then communication. Siguma ma'am say these are all part of the leadership skills. Aduna angang sing the DC yamna darkar oiraba topic amane. Aduna akoina si the angang sing the kitang kanaba panggadra haina sinjabane.
A one-day seminar on career guidance for diploma engineering students in PSU, PSE was held at the seminar hall of the IEI Manipur State Centre, located within the Government Polytechnic Campus, Takil. The event was jointly organized by the Institution of Engineers India, Manipur State Centre and the Government Polytechnic College, Takil. The program was attended by Principal of Government Polytechnic College, Likmabam Samungo, Senior General Manager, Retired Power Grid Corporation of India Limited, Laimayum Amarjit, Chairman of IEI Manipur State Centre, L. Swamikanta, Honorary Secretary of IEI Manipur State Centre, Dr. T.A. Subhash Chandra, and Senior Lecturer and in charge of Academic Affairs at Government Polytechnic College, Rameshwar Maitai, as the main guest. Many notable individuals also participated in the event. Principal Likmabam Samungo stated that students who have completed their diploma from the college are now working in various government engineering departments such as PHED, PWD, and the Power Department. He also mentioned that there is ample opportunity for this diploma holders to get jobs in public sector undertakings and public sector enterprises. Many students from the college have secured employment not only across India but also within Manipur. To guide diploma holders further, Senior General Manager of Power Grid Corporation of India Limited, Laimayum Amarjit Sharma, Rajkumar Mohan, Divisional Retail Sales Head cum State Level Coordinator of IOCL, Imphal Division, and Chartered Civil Engineer M. Pralat spoke as resource persons and provided valuable insights during the seminar.
Diploma pass out si branch mayam jina outside ki have the public sector undertaking public sector enterprises more than 389 leibasida thabak si thanabagi awareness leitabase khoina lehallaga not only Manipur mapan da ju thabak mayam ama tawdraga de khoi sidadi thabak pibagi thabak phangbagi handharabani na chhatra pass out sing sida pass tawra matungda hangjariba branch mari asigi chhatra singje public sector undertaking sida thabak changhan nabi pandam da one day seminar ase III Imphal Center siga pullaga sinjabani.
Department of History, GPU Women's College and Dhanamandjari University observed Quit India movement at the Library Hall of GPU Women's College. Dean, DMU School of Science, Professor K. Indramani, Principal of DM College of Arts, Professor L. Lanchenba, and Principal of GPU Women's College, Professor L. Rajan, graced the occasion as the main guest. Spokesperson Dr. N. Malemsana informed that the event was held to commemorate Quit India movement, which was launched by Mahatma Gandhi, calling to unite people from various backgrounds and ultimately contributing to the end of British colonial rule. He remembered that Mahatma Gandhi launched the Quit India movement in direct response to the failure of the Crips mission and the growing discontent with British rule during World War II.
India movement sida khoi uba phang hariba miyam ge horokiba adugumba khongjang sidagi mathang tarakpada Indian National Army semakduna Subhash Chandra Bose ki khongjang asiga safu ani si phujinarak pasina maram kanda Quit India movement si matam kharagi namdhagi ba taraga su Bharat se thadu ga chatkhinabagi achauba khongthang ama oiraknabagi matamdugi ningkha tambagi haudu yawgiba adugumba thaudo wathok amani habase ai masang sida ai thamjani.
In connection with Har Ghar Tiranga campaign phase 1 under Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav of Thobal District Administration carried out Tiranga Rangoli and Rakhi competitions at Thobal Mela Ground Community Hall. Students, self-help groups and denizens of Thobal District took part in the competitions. Speaking on the occasion, Deputy Commissioner of Thobal, Hena Kamei, shared that in connection with the upcoming celebration of 79th Independence Day, students, self-help groups and general public joined hands to portray the spirit of unity in diversity and love for patriotism by participating in the competitions. ADM Thobal Aribam Amarjit Sharma, along with staff of Thobal District Administration, attended the event. It has been stated that the results of the competitions will be announced on 11th August 2025. Local residents have expressed utter discontentment over the ongoing eviction drive which has been carried out in Andhra Assembly constituency from Ngarian Chingkhong Forest Office to Yaripok Thongkong from August 6. They claimed that the district administration had only conducted publicity and began to dismantle houses and shops without any prior notice. The distressed residents have appealed to the authority concerned to conduct an accurate demarcation and provide at least 2 days continuing the eviction drive.
Matang Tuaga eviction sing Taubiga Leragati Hanana Moina survey Piro, Mark Amatopiro, marking to Gimatung in a Moy Tugabi, the eviction Gimayok Telejabanachide, Tanguma prior information Haitare, Moy publicity sell publicity set Petuta, aware with the Kaginoida, publicity set Petuna, Agi Shoy Yumza, Shiva was Shoy has a publicity set Petunati, Masak Kangante, Taktiva.
Under the supervision of National Skill Development Corporation and Skill India, Manipur Institute of Open Schooling launched a vocational skill development training at the community hall situated near Kakwa Pukriya Chauba. Director of MIOS Salam Navachandra, social activist Dhana Birlaishram, Deputy Director of Education S. Nepra Tikendrajit, IDM of Imphal East and Thawal Branch SBI Maitram Uttam too graced the opening of the training program as dignitaries. It was stated that the training program will focus on imparting skills on use of hand dryer, mushroom cultivation, bamboo plantation and vermicompost. The United Naga Council has called for an emergency presidential council meeting on August 11. In an emergency meeting notice issued by General Secretary of the UNC, Varayo Satsang, it stated that the meeting will be based on the ultimatum served to the Government of India by the Naga CSOs over the issue of scrapping the free movement regime and border fencing will expire on August 11, coupled with other pressing issues. The Emergency Presidential Council meeting slated for August 11 is stated to be crucial one, which will discuss the course of action if the Government of India fails to address their demands. All tribe Ho presidents were requested to attend the meeting. The venue for the said meeting will be at UNC Secretariat Office, Old Monday Market, Tahamzam, starting from 11 a.m. onwards. In a resolute move to raise awareness and strengthen the fight against cancer, the District NCD cell of Kangpopi District Hospital observed World Cancer Day 2025 at the conference hall of the hospital today under a global theme, United by Unique. The observance saw the participation of health officials, medical staffs, community leaders and concerned citizens, all united in their commitment to combat one of the leading causes of death worldwide. The event was organized under the aegis of the National Health Mission and aimed to reinforce the importance of early detection, prevention and equitable access to treatment. A special session was delivered by Dr. Hassan Unais, TP, pediatrician from RIMS Imphal, who served as the resource person. He shared valuable insights on pediatric oncology and the emerging challenges in cancer prevention among younger populations. Rajya Sabha has been adjourned for the day following opposition parties' uproar over various issues. When the House met after the first adjournment at 12 noon, the opposition members again started sloganeering demanding discussion on the special intensive revision of electoral roll in Bihar. Ghanshyam Tiwari, who was on the chair, tried to run question hour, but the opposition member continued sloganeering. Amid the noisy scenes, the chair adjourned the House for the day to meet on 11th August. Earlier, when the Rajya Sabha assembled at 11 a.m., the House paid tributes to freedom fighters who fought for independence during the Quit India movement. Deputy Chairman Harivansh said that he had received 20 adjournment notices from different political parties relating to various issues, but the notices were rejected, citing ruling. He appealed to the opposition members to go back to their seats and allow the House to function. Harivansh said more than 56 hours have been lost due to continuous disruptions in the Rajya Sabha. As the pandemonium continued, the Deputy Chairman adjourned the House till 12 noon. The Lok Sabha has been adjourned till 3 p.m. following the opposition ruckus over various issues. When the House met after the first adjournment at 12 noon, the opposition members started their protest demanding discussion on SIR. Taiwan's Ministry of National Defense reported today it detected 57 Chinese military aircraft, 6 naval vessels and 4 official ships operating in areas surrounding Taiwan. According to the MND, 38 of the 57 aircraft crossed the median line of the Taiwan Strait and entered Taiwan's northern, central, southwestern and eastern air defense identification zone. The MND recorded that 47 PLA aircraft sorties, 7 naval vessels and 1 official Chinese ship operating near Taiwan. Former UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson urged Western nations to have courage to stand with Taiwan and deepen their economic partnership with the island nation as China intensifies its pressure on Taiwan. South Korea has launched a task force aimed at establishing a next-generation power grid that will use artificial intelligence to improve efficiency in the power supply. The task force was formed after President Lee Jae-myung called last week for efforts to create an intelligent power grid that connects the entire nation with optimal power generation, storage and consumption, according to the Ministry of Trade, Industry and Energy. The task force comprises relevant government agencies, including the finance, industry, science and land ministries, as well as public entities such as the Korea Electric Power Corp and the Korea Power Exchange. The envisioned next-generation power grid will make use of AI technology to effectively supply renewable energy without the massive construction of new infrastructure amid soaring demand for electricity sparked by technological development. It will also promote efficient power use and enhance the country's power security. And before we wind to our top stories once again. Water being supplied adequately in Imphal areas with Chingkai Water Reservoir becoming operational, says PhD Chief Engineer Sangraifao Vasumo. Civil society organizations of Cookies reportedly reinforce indefinite economic blockade along Asian Highway National Highway 2 from today morning. Well, thank you so much for joining with us.